Hello and welcome, Exiles. Today I want to talk about my favorite new currency in the game, the Volatile Vaal Orb. This thing is awesome. It's essentially the PoE2 Vaal Orb, which can redivine a unique item and then attach a multiplier to it. And I'm going to try to showcase how it can make some insane items in the game. And I'm 100% confident it can also make a 5 Flask Mage Blood. That's going to be a real thing this league. Let's go into it. So what it does is it rolls essentially a 50-50 to delete the item, poof it, or to divine it and then attach a 0.8 to like a 1.2 multiplier, and it rounds as far as I can tell. What I mean by that is if I have this Wrathpith right here, which is 5% on the spell damage, spell, crit, and roll, if it hits a 0.8 multiplier or a 0.99 multiplier and it goes down to 4.95, it'll round it up to 5% again and it'll keep the 5% roll. However, if I hit a 1.1 multiplier and it goes to a 5.5 roll, it will then round up to a 6% roll. And that's why I believe the 5 Flask Mage Blood will be real, because if somebody rolls, let's say, a 1.2 multiplier, they'd get 4.8 flasks, but instead, that would round up to 5 flasks, also known as the 5 Flask Mage Blood. Now, the cool thing about this currency is it tells you what things can and cannot roll. When I right-click this and I hover an item, it will tell you these are the stats that can be attached, a multiplier. The thing you need to keep in mind is you need to be able to get it to that 0.5 mark for it to go up. So any items that have like a +3 levels or something like that, that can hit the 0.5 breakpoint to go up. Really cool items with this are things like Lore Weave. I believe we can potentially roll this max roll to be above the maximum, to set maximum closer to 90 res, which would be pretty dang cool with Lore Weave. Obviously, Wrathpith, I'm playing a Wrathpith build right here where I'm trying to roll for 6%. And for my build, Essence Worm is really, really good. If you can get it to 92, I get my ring slot back and I can get another +1 item in my build. That'd be extremely strong. Other cool items are like Widow Hail. You can roll to 300%. Other cool items are Ivory Tower. You can roll the ES roll. There's a ton of very powerful implications of this. It does not work on jewels. It does not work on flasks. But anything you can put on your character, any of these 10 gear slots, if it's a unique item, it will work. Now let's go ahead and showcase the orb. I cut that because I went to Sacred Orb my Wrathpith because I didn't want to roll with min roll base percentile. All right, so let's go ahead and showcase this. It's a 50-50 to poof the item or to multiply the item. As you can see here, this went from an 80% to a 67% reduced reservation roll. So we're trying to look for, on these rings, actually a higher percent reduced reservation roll. Didn't hit any there, but now we're looking for 5%, going to 6%. So this one went really high ES, but it bricked the life, and the spell block went, I don't know where, it changed around. This one went to 6% spell crit, 5% spell damage, but it lowered the spell block and life below the normal. So you see every single roll gets divined and has a multiplier attached to it. 9955. What do we got here? Poof. Poof, poof, poof. 5-5 and 6-4. So unfortunately, no 6-6. We were looking for it. And then last but not least, the Lore Weave. Let's see if we can roll up this max res. We got not a roll up on the max res. And we got a roll down on the max res. Or it rolled in a pretty similar range. So obviously, there's a lot of RNG attached to this item. And get to Valen, I would say. I really, really like this currency. It gives you a new way to upgrade your character. And, man, I am probably going to be using it on a lot of uniques depending on what things we're trying to go for. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your Volatile Vaal Orbs. Hopefully you guys get luckier than I did. I need to stop doing showcases of items when I Val things. I feel like when I do showcases for crafting and to try to be like, hey, look at this cool thing, that's when I get screwed by RNG. But maybe next time, or maybe for your guys' Vaal Orbs, you'll get a lot luckier than I did. Take care, Exiles. I'll see you later.